Hello Capricorn, and welcome to my Page of the Right Guidance. My name is Lisa, and I'm here to bring you in some spiritual guidance, some channeled information, and some information for you in general for July 4th to the 11th, 2019. I am going to first read you my channeled written information that I got for your sign, and then I work with two decks. First one is going to be Dorian Virtues, Angel Tarot cards, and then for love and relationships, I'm going to use my love pack. Okay, so first I'm going to read you the channeled information I have for your sign. And I was asking what information you needed to know for your July 2019 as a whole. Okay, and then we'll get into the tarot. Now what I'll do is I will screenshot every single month and I will post the picture on my Facebook page, The Right Guidance, and that way you can take a little snapshot, you can keep a little copy of it. Okay, so for Capricorn for July 2019, what I got for you, that big changes are ahead in your career sector. You must follow the inner promptings that your intuition is providing for you, okay? This may include looking for work elsewhere where it's more meaningful to your heart and to your health in general. Really, really an important message, just for everyone as a whole. I see a big purchase being considered, okay? Possibly with a partner, not quite sure, but your message is to go for it. So good luck. I'm excited to hear what that means for you. I also see the need for some alone time, especially for you and nature. You've got some things you need to process on the subject line of what you will and won't allow, okay? And what do you need in your life and how you can commit to self-care and healthy balance in your life. So these are things that you've got to step into nature to really process, okay? These are important things that you need to consider. These are important changes that need to be made as we mature. We've got to really take that time because, you know, what you will and won't allow. It's time for you to really make sure that, you know, you are putting out there, you know, what behaviors you're going to tolerate and which ones you're just going to let slide because they're really not that important. But it's just like, you know, really kind of confirming what your deal breakers are. And this is, you know, in any area of your life. Okay, this is not just in relationships. This is just, well, every relationship, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. Okay, so it's about you being assertive as well. Once you do figure out, you know, sitting down with yourself, what was the other part? What you will and won't allow, and what you need in your life. What do you need in your life? What are you going to make space for? And what self-care items and things can you commit to for the month of July? What's meaningful for you? Okay, so let's use again Angel Tarot, Dorian Virtue. So you'll see I will come to you from nature. I will come to you from wherever I can to get these readings out to you. So I'm asking for Capricorn. What do Capricorn need to know for 2019, July 4th to the 11th, please? So I prefer not to really label myself, but I am an intuitive. I can talk to dead people, so I guess that makes me a medium. And I do get psychic visions for clients. So if you feel the need to label me because you're new to my channel, that's okay. So I'm just gonna take and I will show them. Okay, you've got two major arcana, an earth card. Okay, let's see here. All right, where do I want to start? All right, so, all right, so you've got the Seven of Air. Okay, what it says is that plans need revision. More going on than meets the eye, and there's poor timing to make, I guess, a big leap. So I did channel in that it's a good time to make a big purchase, but this is plans. So this could be plans to expand at work. This could be thinking about moving into a new career as well. It's just the timing is not right, and that's not that big of a deal, right? So what it means is that there's still more for you to figure out before you make that leap. There's still more education. So if you look at my general reading that I posted yesterday, I think that would be a really great reading for you to listen to as well, because I kind of went into great detail there about this and then about the timing. There's a couple that you need to kind of, there's still work to be done. So what you can do is, you know, meditate on that. What am I missing? Maybe running it through a superior or a mentor to see like what else you might be missing. So it could be that you might need a couple courses. It might be that, you know, you need someone to brush up on something, or there's still another channel, you know, you need to acquire, let's say, before you move forward. The other card you got is the Knight of Air. And the Knight of Air says events that are going to occur with great speed, okay? So take the time to carefully review your options. So if you have the card of like, here's poor timing, not yet, right? Plans that need revision. And then they're saying like, as they flip it out of my hand, take time to carefully review your options means, you know what? So maybe you're not to make a decision because another offer is gonna come in, and this could be professionally, I would imagine, okay? Taking time to carefully review your options. That could be looking over the agreement that they, you know, the employment agreement they've sent to you. But like events occurring at great speed, meaning, you know what, like you might be pressed for time on how you're supposed to really decide this really quickly. And the really great card you got with that is the Justice card. And the message that comes along with that is that the message is like, they're asking to do what you know is right, okay? So let's say one is offering you a certain amount of money, but the other job would be incredibly rewarding, not only to your heart, but like it would mean something to you, and it pays less, but shouldn't you do what's right? So they're asking you to do what's right, okay? Maybe you're seeking a career in some sort of justice, standing up for people. It could be legal, it could be a government type position where you might be law enforcement of some sort, but you are perhaps coming to the aid of people if you are an EMS worker. But it's saying fair and just decisions will be made. So let's say you do choose to take the position that is near and dear to your heart but doesn't pay you as well. It says that there's going to be fair and just decisions around that you know, there will be a justice. The balance scales will work out. So maybe it's a faster commute. Maybe you're going to have a better quality of life. Maybe the hours are better and it's better for you and your mate, or maybe for you socially, and maybe for your family. So there's going to be a balance. It's going to work itself out. So stand up for what you believe in when you're taking that position or whatever's on offer for you. It's what's going to be meaningful to your heart. And, you know, if it's scary and you're like, but I'm going to have to take a pay cut, or maybe it's moving across to be, you know, closer to somebody, and you're like, but I'm going to have to take a job that's not going to pay me as much. And there's going to be all these other things that are important, but really at the end of the day, if you're going to be happy, okay, moving into a profession that's going to bring you a great balance, or into a relationship that is going to bring balance into your life, and it's going to be meaningful to you. And, you know, it's saying do what you know is right, fair and just decisions. So if you are trying to compromise in a relationship, this is the card. And I'll tell you the other card that came along with this that I haven't showed you yet. But it says, it's like, yeah, events are occurring with great speed. So maybe you feel pressured, maybe because of a job offer, maybe you're moving, and maybe all these things are coming at you at once. And in the channeled message I read to you first, they're saying, listen, you need to step away to really think about like, what's important to me? What are my deal breakers? What do I want? Okay, because really first it should be about you, and then whatever else we can do on behalf of creating balance in our life, in a partnership for our family, so that we're more present, whatever that means to you, okay? The other card that came along with that is the card of the Lovers, okay? And the Lovers card does obviously signal a relationship that's, it could be on offer. And again, it could have absolutely everything to do with the messages, both channeled and through the cards so far. And I will do the love pack as well cards to see what other details are coming in for your love life. But it says you are still weighing your decisions, okay? You're carefully weighing it. You're saying, okay, by moving into this relationship, or maybe taking this relationship to another level, what does that mean? What are my needs? What are my wants? Where do we need to seek balance here? Do we need to talk about money? Because it's fast decisions. You got that message, is that, you know, events are occurring with great speed and I need to make these decisions quickly. But if you can step away even whenever you watch this, I'm not sure, it's a timely message. So whenever you get this message, that's when you're supposed to hear this channeled info from me. But it's really important that you step away and just say to everybody, I just need some time. Nothing's wrong. In case you have sensitive people and you really have to sit down and go, okay, what are my deal breakers? Where do I need balance? Where can I preach to everybody what my needs and desires and wants are on all these avenues, so that way I feel that I'm making the decision that's not only best for me, but is like best for my future and, you know, my happiness and seeking balance, because you got that, right? So to do what's best for you and what's going to be best for everybody, okay? So the Lovers is obviously, you are considering the effects of bringing in a relationship, having to do with these decisions too. So, you know, carefully asking them, you know, what are their deal breakers? What are their expectations? And can you guys almost like, you know, it is kind of a deal. You're making a deal with someone. I'm sorry, I'm so itchy in my nose. You're sitting down with someone and you're saying, okay, look, like what is it that, you know, you want, and where can we seek balance? This is a partnership, and, you know, what responsibilities am I taking? What are you taking? Just so that everybody's clear, so that way everyone sees like, oh my gosh, this is going to be balanced. This is going to be a really great, mature relationship. I know what they want from me. They know what I need. And that way you guys are moving forward in a very healthy, mature way. Okay? I'm going to get to the last card here. You do have the card. It's the Five of Earth. Okay, and it says there may be fears surrounding money. So again, it could be like making this decision. What does that mean? Again, it could be a pay cut, but don't forget, you got the Justice card, right? It says, you know, don't have those fears, okay? Fair and just decisions will be made. Do what you know is right, okay? It does say the wisdom to accept help from others. So if money's tight, or you're trying to move into, say, self-employment, because this is also the card of letting you know that you could be unsure about, you know, moving into self-employment or extending yourself in a way that you're helping a business grow, or you are, you know, putting a side business together and you're unsure because maybe you need some capital, maybe you need some money. And it says you're fearful about investing in this, okay? But it says the wisdom to accept help from others. So if someone has offered you help and you're coming together and you're unsure about what that means, like if someone's going to help me financially with this new business that I want to get off the ground, what are their expectations? Well, the only way you're going to know, my friend, is to ask. And so you take that quiet contemplation time and you ask them what's important, okay, here. What are your expectations? And I'll take my time in nature to figure out, like, what are my deal breakers? What are my expectations? What are my needs? What are my wants? You know, it can mean an array of things, because there's going to be so many of you that watch this, I hope. And I hope you will help this new YouTuber out by liking my page, subscribing to my page. Okay. I want to shuffle that again. Sorry. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't feel right about that. Okay, 1 second. I'm asking for Capricorn for July 4th through the 11th, please. 2019. What do they need to know from these cards? Because these are also cards about self-care. They're not just about others, because first we have to have a very important and significant relationship with ourselves. Okay, so you might not resonate with all of these cards that I'm pulling out, and that's okay. I want you to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Let me just organize this. Okay. Okay, so I have a feeling like a few of the cards that came out could be something that you're dealing with presently. And then I got a couple positive cards, and I got some that aren't necessarily negative, but they're problems. Okay, so I do see, and again, if you are in a situation and you're looking for guidance, I'm that type of person that my guides give it to me real, and your guides will be able to feed information also through my guides that are very real. I don't really tiptoe around things. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm not here to tell you that everything is wonderful and sweet, because if truly you are here for guidance because you're trying to figure out if your partner is perhaps stepping out. Okay. So, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, because I got a couple positive cards too, because remember what I said, I want you to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. These are There's people who are coming here looking for specific answers. And you have first the betrayal card. Okay. This is the fact that your partner, while you're with your partner, see here, I'm going to zoom in so you can see, okay? All right. The partner has his arm around his woman, yet he's looking off in the distance at someone else. And he's doing the exact same thing here in this card. Okay, so this is seeing through rose-colored glasses. This is the card of you being naive, and perhaps you have misread flags. Perhaps this person's dating multiple people, and maybe deep down you knew that it wasn't a full commitment you were in, because the person is, you know, they like you, but are they looking for something serious right now? I'm not sure, because they got the card of thinking that they are egotistical and very important. And they think of themselves as maybe too special for settling down until they find someone who's more wonderful and more perfect. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who will just go through life expecting that a whole bunch of sparks, or they're looking for a certain level of person. And if you're with someone who you do see when you're out looks at others and isn't really giving you that commitment where they're checking in on you every day, making plans with you, and they maybe, you know, are very egotistical, do you want to be with someone like that? Because I see that you're fantasizing. This is the card of fantasy. And even though the picture's a male in a hammock dreaming about how this relationship could be, it's a fantasy you're creating in your head that I really don't think, for those of you who are resonating with this part, and like I said, I have other two cards to get to that are completely different, okay? But for those of you who are fantasizing that this person really can be all that you want them to be, but you know that you're not necessarily committed to, and that the person has a really high ego, and that they do date multiple, or they've never really had a long-term relationship, and maybe it's because they say, you know, they just got out of a marriage, or, you know, there's something, and they're saying they're not necessarily looking for something serious. I want you to ask them, like I said in the channeled message, and even in the cards earlier, what is it you want? You have to figure out, and you have to talk to others so there's healthy balance, so that way you are on the same page with everyone in your life. It's very important that you're not wasting your time, okay? So I'm going to leave that part there because I have two positive cards. So those of you who are in a committed relationship, and it could be that maybe this is where you're at now, and maybe from you talking, okay, and having that heart-to-heart with that person, maybe they do choose to commit to you. Maybe that's the case. But if not, if you really don't get the answer you're looking for, then perhaps next week's reading I'll have other information for you. But for those of you who didn't resonate with that, I have the card of commitment. So if you are in a healthy and committed relationship where you and your partner are hand in hand, walking, making plans, walking through the garden of life, out there in nature, enjoying yourself and making memories with that person, or perhaps even taking a relationship that makes you super happy, happiness card, and they make you feel as if you're floating on air, or perhaps they're everything that you've wanted. Of course, nobody's gonna be perfect and be like checking on all the boxes of our list, but you know what? Maybe you are taking your relationship to the next level. Maybe you will listen to my channeled messages and really think about what are your wants, needs, and desires, asking your partner to do the exact same, coming back together as a mature couple to say, okay, what is it you need? What is it you need from me? This is what I need. This is what I might need from you. These are my deal breakers. What are yours? And where can we move into a healthy space so that we're both, you know, balanced and healthy and happy and really just walking on air because we know our partner has got our back into a healthy, committed space. Okay, so I wish you well. I look forward to channeling in messages for you next week. Please give me a thumbs up and maybe share my page with others who can check out their sign once I post them. Okay, guys? Thanks for coming. Bye.